everybody, it's Tanya. Welcome to another episode of Starseed Chat. This is an excerpt from the podcast I did with Wendy Wright from Light Always Wins. Today, we are going to be talking about Elohim, Starseeds, and thinking outside of the box. Please do feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It helps get this content out to more people, and thank you for that. All right, here we go, and I will catch you on the other side.
Do you resonate with Starseed groups, or?
I do and I don't, and this is the really interesting thing. Before I even got to the Starseeds, a group came through called the Elohim, not to be confused with Eloheim, which is a caste. It's a caste of angels. The Elohim, Elohim. The Elohim are actually a higher dimensional consciousness.
That's like terminology used in the Bible that a lot of people interpret just as many gods.
Yes.
Is interesting.
Oh wait, it gets more funky. So this was actually, now that I think about it, these were probably the first group that I channeled, and they came through about 8 years ago, maybe earlier, I forget. And they were so like, hi, we're here. You're one of us. You're here to bring forth messages. Make a website. And I was like, oh, okay. It was so clear. And it was really interesting. And so that was really where the channeling started. It's funny, I didn't think about that. So do I identify with the traditional starseeds that are of our third dimensional reality, such as Pleiadians, etc.? No. I see them, I understand them, I bring forward their messages, but I am actually part of a group called the Elohim. And the Elohim have this really fascinating gig, which is, imagine there's a huge swimming pool, and that swimming pool is all of creation. And in that swimming pool is one drop of water, and that drop of water is our third dimensional understanding of the universe. So there are billions of universes. Ours is just that one drop. In that one drop, the Elohim's job was to construct density. So they're kind of like architects. So we're going to create this solar system. We're going to create this, what we call a black hole, which is really just a portal to another universe. Anyway, so yeah, that's what they do. They're architects, and they create all of these things. And so they were like, teaching me about that, and then bringing those teachings forward to people who wanted to understand about grids of light and how you as a light worker can connect to these grids of light and the ones that are around the earth and our solar system and all of that. So
I was just like picking up another clue for connecting all of my dots over here.
Yeah, there's so many dots.
And it's like, oh my gosh, I almost feel like my soul is like, oh, you're so funny. Like, I know that's exactly what I'm here to do, is to like connect dots. But what that analogy you just gave of like the whole pool of creation and the drop, it makes you just giggle to think about trying to connect the dots, because it's so much. But that's what I like. I guess it's sort of like connecting a hologram is what it's really like, like going into these different dimensions and time periods and just trying to find the commonalities and where's the story and the archetypes. And that's the stuff that just makes me tick, I guess.
Yeah. And, it's brought up, two things have just come up for me that I really wanted to share. One of them was about the Starseeds, which is, I really encourage people to, on your journey of playing, exploring, watching videos, listening to people like me, like you, really allow yourself to be open to possibility. Think outside of the box, because starseeds are a concept within our own third dimensional grasp on what it is that we have around us. Our little speck of a planet within a larger speck of existence. Think outside of that. So people say, well, starseeds are Pleiadians, but we have the Pleiades star system that we can see, and so we are connecting to that and saying that. Or there's Canis Major, or there's the Leonid, all of these different constellations that we can see from Earth, and so we're connecting to that and saying it. Think outside. There's more outside of that. They're not just in our ability to recognize in the third dimensional aspect that we live in. Again, that's like the higher dimensions, right? Like the blue avians are from, I think they're 12 to 15th or something like that. The numbers don't make a difference really. They gave me a really cool analogy the other day, which was, think of it like a stack of papers. So we have all of these papers that are on top of each other. They're all different realities, different frequency. And you can be residing in many of them at the same time. And hey, isn't it cool if the concept of deja vu is where we have these intersections? And you're just remembering an experience in a different reality or a different vibration that looks very similar, which is why you suddenly go, didn't I just see that cat? You know, didn't I just see that cat? It's just an intersection and remembering back to those points. So yeah, that was kind of the point I wanted to make, was play outside the box. There's so much more fun. So
yeah,
you might identify with Pleiadian, you might identify with Syrian, and that's awesome. But keep exploring. You never know what else is going to come through.
Well, thank you for joining today. If you would like to hear the full 2-hour conversation with Wendy and I, click through into the description and you will find a link directly to her podcast. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more from the series, click in the top right-hand corner. And hey, you guys, I love you and I love when you interact, so please do comment. I answer everybody's comments and I love to hear what you think of the videos. If you would like to learn more about me, about starseeds and galactic energies, click on over to lightcodecrystals.com, and there you'll find a blog and some information as well as one-to-one guidance and readings. And if you enjoy the art that I'm doing on the channel, click over to art.tanyakucey.com, where you can find some galactic and starseed specific prints and originals. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll catch you next time.